You've heard of Rohan's 3 encounters with the lost Teletubbies episodes, skeletons, galactic battles, and dreams. However, my encounter with a lost Teletubbies episode was much, much worse. There we are. The worst start of this story. You have heard of some random person's encounter of this cringe-worthy episodes, cliché. It all started when I was watching Sleeping Beauty on VHS. However, after finishing watching, my dad told me that he won $1,000 on one single lottery ticket. Good for you and your dad. But I'm sorry, I just don't like your story I'm reading right now. He also told me that he is going to Goodwill, and we decided that I should go with him. At Goodwill, we bought for 25-cent Teletubbies plush toys and 5 $1 Teletubbies DVDs, one of which, by the way, is a DVD we never saw in our lives before. Here we go again with finding something rare and lost clichés. Maybe I don't know, find it somewhere like the dark web. Oh wait, it's also cliché too, my bad. After buying the stuff and going home, my dad grabbed the family laptop and placed it on a splinterless wood board in my room. I thanked him and he said that I am welcome. I grabbed the Teletubbies plush toys and the Teletubbies DVDs out of the bag and took them to my room. I looked at the cover of a DVD I never had before. The front cover had the Teletubbies logo at the top and the PBS Kids logo above the Teletubbies logo like usual, and it had the words Lost Episodes at the bottom. The middle has Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La La, and Pa inches away from the text and logo. I looked at the side cover and it has the Teletubbies and PBS Kids logos and the words Lost Episodes there also. I looked at the back cover and it has the 3 lost Teletubbies episodes that Rohan encountered, but there is a 4th lost Teletubbies episode, called Teletubbies 12. This I gotta see. I opened up the DVD case and the DVD disc has the words Teletubbies and Lost Episodes and the PBS Kids logo on it. So this DVD case is filled with cliché stories that I'd never wanted to read. I turned on the laptop and inserted the DVD. It had the Warner Home Video and PBS Kids Dash logos and went to the menu. The menu is the same one from the Obstacle Course and Other Stories DVD that Rohan encountered, only the words Obstacle Course and Other Stories were replaced with Lost Episodes, and the Australian ABC Lysajuice Curve and the word Weblink were replaced with the words Special Features. These are fake, I just know it. I would not make a fake screenshot if I were you. Finally, the episode started with the baby sun rising, thus beginning the normal Teletubbies intro. Everything in the intro, like the Teletubbies roll call, the voice trumpets saying that it's time for Teletubbies, and the big hug, we're normal. It's we're, not we're. I'm not trying to be mean here, but I think you have poor grammar. After the Teletubbies ran away, one of the female voice trumpets appeared. For some reason, her voice resembled Angelina Jolie, the actress who portrayed the titular character in Maleficent and Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, Lola in Shark Tale, and Tigress in the Kung Fu Panda films. I actually like Maleficent movie. I used to like Shark Tale, but now I don't, and finally, Kung Fu Panda is the masterpiece, with the second movie being my favorite out of the 4. Also, instead of saying, "Where have the Teletubbies gone?" it said something that's kinda bone-chilling. Apocalypse is coming to Teletubbyland. What the heck? Why did the female voice trumpet say that apocalypse is coming to Teletubbyland? Why was the word apocalypse in a show for children? I asked myself. Like, calm down, it's just, maybe, a new voice actress who wanted to join the cast. It then went to the baby son, looking confused. I believe it's because of what the female voice trumpet said. After 5 seconds, the scene went inside the Tubbytronic Superdome. One day, in Teletubbyland, Tinky Winky is hopping around. The narrator started. Tinky Winky went into the shot. He stopped hopping and waved to the camera. Oh. This year is 2012. The narrator said. 2012. Tinky Winky asked in confusion. Yes. 2012, the narrator answered. Oof. Tinky Winky said. Suddenly, the magic windmill started spinning. Uh-oh. Tinky Winky said in a happy tone. The purple Teletubby then ran outside, meaning that the TV event had started. This was normal for the most part, however, instead of saying their names, the Teletubbies said something else. 2. Tinky Winky said. 0. Dipsy said. 1. Lala said. 2. Ha said. The year was said again. Tinky Winky was chosen for the TV event, but this TV event was the craziest, messed up, and depressing one of all. It started with the news channel. The news reporter resembled Owen Wilson, the person who voiced Lightning McQueen in the Cars franchise. I have no words in this one. Even the voice of the news reporter resembled Owen's. Breaking news. 7 monsters are planning to destroy Earth, our home planet. May God be with us all. The news reporter said in a depressed tone. It zoomed out of the living room TV and into the living room itself. The family was shocked about this. Speaking of the family, they resembled for familiar faces. The father resembled Paul Bettany, T-Ray's actor from The Secret Life of Bees. The mother resembled Amy Adams, Giselle's actor from Enchanted and Disenchanted. The son resembled Dash Parr, from The Incredibles duology. And the girl resembled Coraline Jones, from Coraline. Like bro, if you're resembling those characters, they should have been live action. Besides, fictional characters don't exist in reality. The parents then turned off the TV, got up from the couch, went in front of the TV, and looked at the children. The mother seemed depressed about this, and the father had a blank expression. Kids, this is sad. Now we will all die because of the 6 monsters. Don't worry, we will go to the great beyond. The mother said in a depressed tone. However, the father then got angry and yelled at the mother, son, and daughter. No. All of you are wrong. I will go to the clouds and you 3 will be in the lava. All 3 of you are the worst. I will kill one of you for this. The father shouted. What the fuck is wrong with that guy? The father then grabbed a gun and the daughter and son ran into the kitchen. The mother then ran to the father, trying to get him to not shoot anyone. However, the father shot her in the chest, killing her. Blood was seeping out of her heart, as her dead body collapsed to the ground. After this, the son and daughter went back to the living room, only the son had a knife in his right hand. You killed our mother. The son shouted. Now it's our turn to kill you. Die, you dirty little child beater. The daughter shouted in rage. The son then threw the knife at the father's forehead. Blood and brains began to drip seep out of the father, as he fell to the floor, dead. Looking at the corpses of the mother and father, the son and daughter then grabbed the knife and gun and looked at the ceiling. Tears are running from their eyes and they said, there is everything we've ever loved. The son stabbed himself in the neck and the daughter shot herself in the forehead, ending themselves. Like bro, are you freaking kidding? Why did you make these kids ending their fathers in their own lives? Bro. Just because it's this like this, does not mean it is scary. You're one messed up guy. Their bodies then collapsed on their parents. The TV event ended. The Teletubbies were shocked and started crying. Their cries are not the fake ones you usually hear nowadays. The Teletubbies' cries actually sounded like their actors found out that a famous actor had passed on. After 6 seconds, the Teletubbies got over it. It went to the baby son. She looked shocked and started to get depressed. After 5 seconds, the scene went to the talking flowers and the rest of the voice trumpets. All of them kept their original voices. It's a shame, said the first flower. Yeah. 7 monsters are going to destroy this world, said the second female trumpet. If only we were human beings. It would have been genius, said the second flower. Sadly, that is not the point, said the first male voice trumpet. Oh, right, said the third flower. Who are those 7 monsters? Said the second male voice trumpet. I have no idea who they are, said the fourth flower. Me neither, said the fifth flower. You know, I noticed that the 7 monsters were in Teletubbyland, said the third female voice trumpet. You do? Said the third male trumpet. Where in Teletubbyland did you see those 7 dash? Before the 6th flower could finish its sentence, a floating double-bladed red lightsaber chopped it, and the other 5 flowers, the other 2 female voice trumpets, and the male voice trumpets in half, killing them all. The lightsaber then went to Darth Tubby, from Galactic Battles, and he turned it off and placed it back on his head. I'm one of the 7 monsters, Darth Tubby said. Darth Tubby then walked to the Tubbytronic Superdome, laughing like the maniac he is. Then the lion and the bear showed up. And we're gonna have another buffet to enjoy tonight. Right, bear, said the lion. You bet. Flesh has the best taste, said the bear. Oh, this is just terrible, said the narrator in shock. At that moment, Skelly Welly Pelly, off-screen, spoke to the narrator. They deserved it for being damn dirty idiots, who don't deserve to live on Earth. Now you will join them to death, Skelly Welly Pelly said as walked towards the narrator. Hey! What are you dash? Before the narrator could say the rest of his sentence, Skelly snapped his neck, killing him. It then cuts to black for 3 seconds, only to cut back to a scene of the narrator's dead body. We also finally get to see a glimpse of the narrator. It was, you guessed it, Tim Whitnall. I'm glad you researched it. But let the unnecessary part begin. The scene went back inside the Tubbytronic Superdome, with Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La-La, and Putt and Tink and Noah Noah roaming around. The Teletubbies began to speak in complete sentences, to my surprise. The Teletubbies began to speak in complete sentences, to my surprise. This is getting weird. Almost all of the voice trumpets and all of the flowers were chopped in half. Tinky Winky said in concern. I also noticed that some figures are heading to our Tubbytronic Superdome. Even the narrator had his neck snapped. Dipsy said, if my calculations are correct, those 7 monsters are Darth Tubby, the lion, the bear, Skelly Welly Pelly, and the other 3 skeletons, who haunted our dreams. La-La said. Pa heard the Kefka laugh from Sonic.exe, and went to the entrance to the Tubbytronic Superdome. She later looked out the window. You mean, like those? Pa asked in confusion. Since when the Teletubbies speak in full sentence? And what does Sonic.exe have to do with Teletubbies? The Kefka laugh is originally from Final Fantasy series, which has nothing to do with the story. The Teletubbies gasped when they learned the truth. Does this answer your question about who we really are? Jumbo asked. Oh my god. It's the killer clowns from outer space. Pa shouted in horror. Yup, that's us. Fatso said. Now who's ready to die? Spiky asked. First, the vacuum cleaner. Shorty demanded. Jumbo used the force and crushed Noah Noah with a boulder, out of nowhere. That took care of him. Rudy said. Now you for Teletubbies. Bibbo shouted. The clowns never talked in the actual Killer Clowns film. Since when they learn English? The clowns then pulled out shotguns and shot Tinky Winky, Dipsy, La-La, and Pa to death, in a similar fashion to the opening scene of the original RoboCop. The Teletubbies shouted in pain. Their cries of pain didn't sound fake. It actually sounds like the actors are getting killed. After 5 seconds of getting shot, the Teletubbies then fell to the ground, dead. Their blood dripped out of their bodies. The baby son witnessed the scene of the crime and started crying. The clowns heard it, and they were annoyed, so the clown aliens dropped their shotguns and pulled out a cannon and pointed it at the baby son. Hasta la vista, baby son. Slim shouted. The clown aliens shot the baby son in the forehead, killing it. Blood was dripping out of the baby son, as it fell to the ground. Are they serious? How could they kill the baby son? I asked in pure confusion. Wow, just wow. Not only they have few cliches, random fictional characters, and nonsensical, this is just pure child abuse. Did you realize something is wrong with this creator? After killing the baby son, the clowns then got happy and laughed evilly as they got to their spaceship. It then went to the Tubby Bye-Bye sketch. However, instead of saying, "Time for Tubby Bye-Bye" 3 times, the last surviving female voiced trumpet said something else, which is a continuation of "Apocalypse is coming to Teletubbyland." I told you that Apocalypse is coming to Teletubbyland. Now everyone is going to join the Teletubbies, Noo, the rabbits, the flowers, the narrator, the baby son, and us, voiced trumpets, to death. It is all because of Jumbo, Fatso, Shorty, Rudy, Spiky, Slim, and Bibbo, the killer clowns from outer space. "Goodbye forever," said the remaining female voiced trumpet. I realized that Apocalypse is coming to Teletubbyland because the clowns were in disguise this whole time, and that they are going to destroy the Earth. Right after the remaining female voiced trumpet said her final sentences, it got shot by a laser beam from the clown spaceship, killing the last voiced trumpet. When the episode got to the credits, there was no music. Not even the Teletubbies or baby son are present because they are already dead. Before the credits ended, the spaceship of the clowns could be seen leaving Teletubbyland as the sky got dark, even when the baby son was killed. The Ragdoll and BBC logos were shown on a black background. The Ragdoll logo had angry eyebrows, an evil smile, red hair, red eyes, and white text in an "Another Danger" font. The BBC logo had red boxes and black text in a Mothman font. The text saying that Teletubbies is a Ragdoll/BBC production for PBS in association with the Itsy Bitsy Entertainment Company, and the copyright notice are in a creepy girl font. The clowns could be heard laughing off-screen when the logo's mouth is being drawn. When they stopped laughing, the episode ended and went back to the menu. I replayed the episode and recorded it with my phone. I later plugged my phone into the laptop and uploaded it to Mediafire. I later made a YouTube video about it, which has the link to the lost episode. After all of that, I ejected the DVD, placed it back in its case, and put it on my shelf. 1 week later, I checked the video, and it has 2 comments. One from Rohan and the other from Ragdoll. OMG. And I thought Dreams was the last Lost Teletubbies episode, from Rohan Hodern himself. Why would anyone encounter that lost episode? We didn't make this episode at all. It was actually made by Henry Bowers, the person who worked with Adam Kennington to create the 6 Lost THX text trailers. Bowers and Ted Morgan made the other Lost Teletubbies episodes. Henry and Adam have recently made a 7th Lost THX text trailer, which was made to promote the 35th anniversary of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. We apologize for you being scared. And no, the world didn't end in 2012, from Ragdoll. I still like Teletubbies though, despite that dark episode 1 have just seen. If you find a lost episode, watch at your own risk. What do I think about this creepypasta? It's kinda bad but not as bad as the last creepypastas I read. I gave this a 2 out of 10. It was terrible, I'm not kidding. Anyways, thanks for watching.